you doing today? I'm Tom Remington, and welcome to another episode of Open Air with Tom Remington. You know, last night I was watching the History Channel, and they had a special on there about Benjamin Franklin. And, kind of caught my eye as I was surfing by, so I stopped to listen. And, they had a bunch of things that they covered on there. But towards the end of the show, one of the contributors to the show, I don't recall his name. It's not that important. But he began talking about Ben Franklin's role in the writing, signing, or whatever of the Declaration of Independence. And but what really kind of it irked me more than anything, I guess, was this guy saying that it was actually Benjamin Franklin who was instrumental in the Declaration giving us the separation of church and state. And I'm like, what? What the heck is this guy talking about? So he went on to explain. And of course, our Declaration of Independence that, at least some of us learned when we were growing up and stuff, one of the most, recognized part of it is there, it says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that we are all endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among them is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, of course, Thomas Jefferson is given credit for, writing the Declaration of Independence, and of course, when he brought it to the Continental Congress, and they, worked on it. They made some edits and additions and amendments and deletions and all of that stuff, and they came up with a document of which they all signed, and that's what we know is July 4th, 1776, when our Declaration of Independence was signed. But what was interesting is the first part of that where it says, we hold these truths to be self-evident. This person was saying that Thomas Jefferson had written, we hold these truths to be sacred, that all men are created equal, and we are all endowed by certain inalienable rights, whatever, by our Creator. Just to make sure that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator, with certain unalienable rights, that among them is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And this guy's claim was that because Jefferson had wrote that we hold these truths to be sacred, and that Franklin wanted to change that word sacred and put in self-evident, that was proof that the founding fathers would determine that there would be a separation of church and state. And I'm like, what? Is that stretching it just, maybe a little bit? I've never heard that before, and maybe it's a common thing, but I'm sorry, I've not heard that before. And if that were actually the reason for that, I mean, the way that I was taught is that this was an explanation that our rights as human beings aren't granted to us by other human beings, that they are granted to us by our Creator with a capital C, and it's and these founding fathers, they hold this declaration of who gives us our rights to be self-evident. Sacred could have worked. I think self-evident worked probably maybe a little bit better, but I certainly don't see the stretch of where that was Benjamin Franklin's way of ensuring that there was a separation of church and state. And as such, if that were true, then why would he allow to be left in there, that all men are created, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed, these rights are endowed by their Creator. You know, if he was so bent on a separation of church and state to be, you know, made evident in the Declaration of Independence, then why would there be a reference in there still to the Creator? I don't quite get it. So it really kind of bugged me. I mean, it's like, you know, it was a pretty good show to that point, and it's that sort of stuff that I don't think that, you know, is really historically proven to be such. But anyway, I just wanted to just take a few minutes to come on and rant about that a little bit, and just share my own thoughts on it. And not sure what your thoughts are, but those are mine. And join me again next time on Open Air with Tom Remington.